Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Thazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be a presenter for part one of the Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, August 3, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata, Diwa Dapati Gata, and Yoji no Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, offerings, taking the Disarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Aditana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Barita chanting, discussions, questions and answers, translations from the prayer book, and some kids reciting Bali prayers from the books. Today's substitute will be Su'ang. So Su'ang, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around, as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll all do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Angira Sasa Unaya Tatahi Sedaram Siyo Wajirawa Wirajanti Jinometad Sisake Nilayo Nilathanama Pito dala cha lohida dhamma cha mandita nihamims babasara sadhu 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 Banghan. Tiwa tapati katha Tiwa tapati atijo Rati ma pati janti ma Sanato katiyo tapati Jayi tapati brahmano Atha sapa mahoratam Puro tapati tejasa Tatisam tejasampanam Puram vandami sadaram Itena Sachawachena Soti meho tu sapata Soti teho tu sapata Sadhu 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 Valentine Yojino Gata Yojino Aneka Jatiyam Saputatawa Mangajivitampi Uti Pemanto Alaga Manaso Adasyewa Atikasa Tato Bawam Apuri Sila Bawamatikampi Dasamitiyo Payatamagatam Tamika Dibangam Namami. Valentine. Kana Sarapati Dena Dipena Damatam Sina Dinluka Dipem Sambudam Pujayami Damanodam Vanakanda Kunopedam Edam Kusomasatatim Pujayami Minutasa Saripada Sarawahe.
Adivase tu no bende banyam brika bedam anokampam upadaya vatikana tuotumam Adivase tu no bende bojanam brika bedam anokampam upadaya vatikana tuotumam Valentine.
Okata, 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 kayakan, wasikan, manogan, tapadota, katindo, abitoko, biapa, zeje, ajonga, patama, tutia, tatia, kajay, najay, donje miao, pia yadana, tia yadana, tenga yadana metomba dogo, ayo ate, ale amya, laso moye, shiko buzo, pomyo mansho, garoba I ashimpia, godoya do, ajo ajang, abele ba, gatomba, yapi shiba, yantiunga ba, upatiti aleba, butana, dia nga ba doma, akakate, kilo ni di prayer, metia, potia, nipentia do miako, yaba lo I ashimpia, Valentine. Ahambande disrene nasaha nangasampanagatam uposata silam tamam yachami anukaham gatwa silam deta mebande tutiyampi ahambande disrene nasaha nangasampanagatam uposata silam tamam yachami anukaham gatwa silam deta mebande Tatyambi ahambande tisranena saha nanga sampanagatam uposata silam namam yachami anukaham gatwa silam deta mebande amabande namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa Buddham saranam gacchami Dhammam saranam gacchami Sangham saranam gacchami Tutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami Tutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami Tutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami Amabande
Panatipata Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Adinadana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Brahmacharya Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Musawada Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Suramiraya Matra Pamadatana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Natagita Vadita Visuka Dasana Malaganda Vilipana Dharana Manana Vibhusana Dana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Uchasayana Mahasayana Viramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Metta Sahagatena Cetasa Sabapana Bhutesu Paritva Viharam Samadhiyami Amavante Valentine.
Nicole, it is your turn.
Iti piso Bhagava Arham Sama Sambuddho Vijajarana Sampano Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisattama Sarati Sattha Deva Manusanam Buddho Bhagava Wakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opaneiko Pachatam Veritampo Vinyuhi Nawa Sangakuna Supatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sango Ujjupatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sango Nyayapatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sango Samichipatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sango Yadidam Chatari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sango Ahuneyo, Bahuneyo, Dakineyo, Anjalikaraniyo, Anuttaram Punyaketam Lokasa, Sadhu, 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 for one time.
Aham awero homi, abhyabasho homi, aniko homi, sukhiyatanam pariharami, mama mata bitu, acharya cha, nadimira cha, sabrahma charino cha, awira hondu, abhyabasha hondu, aniga hondu, Sukhiyatanam Pariharantu Amakam Araka Devara Imasami Mawase Imasami Marame Araka Devara Awira Hondu Avyabhaja Hondu Aniga Hondu Sukhiyatanam Pariharantu
Sabe Sata Sabe Pana Sabe Buddha Sabe Bugala Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana Saba Itio Sabe Purisa Sabe Arya Sabe Anariya Sabe Dewa Sabe Manusa Sabe Winipatika Avira Hundu Abhyapada Hundu Aniga Hundu Suki Atanam Pariharandu Dukkha Mutandu Yata Lada Sampatito Mavigatandu Gamasaka
Urati Maya Tisaya, Takinaya Tisaya, Pachi Maya Tisaya, Utaraya Tisaya, Urati Maya Anutisaya, Takinaya Anutisaya, Pachi Maya Anutisaya, Utaraya Anutisaya, Heti Maya Tisaya, Upari Maya Tisaya.
Sabe Sata Sabe Pana Sabe Buddha Sabe Bukla Sabe Atapawa Parihapana Saba Itio Sabe Purisa Sabe Arya Sabe Anariya Sabe Dewa Sabe Manusa Sabe Vinipatika Awara Hontu Abhyabhaja Hontu Anika Hontu Suki Atana Pariharantu Dukkha Mujantu Yadalata Sampatito Maui Gachantu Kamasaka
Uram yawa pawakacha adoyawa awijito samanta chakawalesu yesata batawijara abya bacha niriraja nirukaja nupatawa Uram yawa pawakacha adoyawa awijito samanta chakawalesu Yesata udakejara abya baja niriraja nirukaja nupatawa uramyawa pawakaja atoyawa awijito samanta chakawalesu Yesata akasejara abya baja niriraja nirukaja nupatawa Sadhu Sadhu, sadhu, one more time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Suong, Victoria, Valerie, Gazinjo, and Sumyape.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in, as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is, something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff. Like a monkey jumping here and there, it is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy. You are less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, you make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy.
What is different between samatha and vipassana meditation? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various and mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades, we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1. When I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2. Mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3. Feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head, are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
We are now going to move on to Anapanasati meditation. You are going to focus on your breath. When you breathe in, a puff of air touches the tip of your nose. Make yourself aware of the touch. When you breathe out, a slightly warmer puff of air touches the tip of your nose. Make yourself aware of the touch. We are going to practice counting technique with each cycle of in-breath and out-breath. You will count from 1 to 8 and do not let your mind wander. If your mind wanders out, start counting from 1 again. We will first practice together. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 1. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 2. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 3. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 4. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 5. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 6. Breathe in, aware of the touch. Breathe out, aware of the touch. 8. Now go back to 1, start counting on your own and focus. We are now done meditating.
Toga bata chani toga, baya bata chani baya, soga bata chani soga, onto sabe pitani no.
Nahi werena werani, samanti da kuda jana, awerena ja samanti, esatamosa nandano.
Raba papasa akana, kusalasa upasabada, jajita priyoda banan, eta buddhana sasanam.
Maranam me tuam, jivitam me aduam, idam me punyam, nippanasa pajayo hotu, imam punya bhagam, sabha satanam bhajema, sadhu, 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 Bounce.
It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class, and again, please don't eat anything. However, drinking water is now fine. So we will be starting off with program number 1, which is Chant of Anega Jati and Jaya Mangala Gatas by Valerie, Amara, Swizin, Lilin, Grace and Brian, Pia Bala, Chloe, and Monte.
Aneka jati kata, aneka jati samsaram, sandawisam anipisam, kahakaram gawe santo, tuga jati puna punam, kahakara kati dosi, puna geham nakasi, sabate basuka baga, kahakutam wisangatam wisangarakatam citam dananam kaya majaga. Paticca samuppada anuloma avijja pachaya sankara sankara pachaya vinyanam Vinyana pachaya nama rupam nama rupa pachaya salayatanam salayatana pachaya paso pasa pachaya vedana vedana pachaya dana dana pachaya upadanam upadana pachaya bhavo bhava pachaya jati jati pachaya jara maranam sukha parideva dukha damana supayasa sampavanti eva me dasa kevalasa dukha gandasa samudayo hoti.
Paticca samuppada patiloma. Avijjaya dveva asesa viraga nirodha sankara nirodho sankara nirodha vijnana nirodho vijnana nirodha namarupa nirodho namarupa nirodha salayatana nirodho salayatana nirodha pasa nirodho pasa nirodha vedana nirodho vedana nirodha tanha nirodho tanha nirodha upadana nirodho upadana nirodha bhava nirodho bhava nirodha jati nirodho jati nirodha jara maranam soka parideva dukkha domana supayasa nirujanti ewa metasa kewalasa dukkha kandasa nirodho hoti. Uddana Gata Yata Hawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Ata Pino Jayato Brahmanasa Ata Sakanka Vapayanti Sabha Yato Bhajanati Sahetu Dhammam Yata Hawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Ata Pino Jayato Brahmanasa Atasa Kanka Vapayanti Sabha Yato Kayam Pachayanam Aweti Yata Hawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Ata Pino Jayato Brahmanasa Vitupayam Titati Marasenam Suriyowa Obasaya Mantalikam
Hetu pachayo, aramana pachayo, adipati pachayo, anantara pachayo, samanantara pachayo, sahajata pachayo, anyamanya pachayo, nisaya pachayo, upanisaya pachayo, purejata pachayo, pachajata pachayo, asivana pachayo, Dhamma pachayo, vipaka pachayo, ahara pachayo, indriya pachayo, jhana pachayo, marga pachayo, sampayuta pachayo, vipayuta pachayo, ati pachayo, nati pachayo, vigata pachayo, avigata pachayoti.
Jaya Mangala Gata Mahakaruniko Nato Hitaya Sababaninam Puretwa Parami Sabha Pato Sambodhi Mutamam Etena Sajawajena Sotite Hotu Sabada Jayando Bodhiya Mule Sajanam Nandi Wadano Ewa Mewa Jayo Hotu Jaya Su Jaya Mangala.
Parachita palanque, si se putui pugale, apise que sapapudanam, agapata pamotapri, sunagatam, sumangalam, supapatam, suhutitam, sukano suhutocha, suyitam, brahmachari su.
Mathane, it is your turn.
Badakina kaya gama vacha gama badakina managama panitide padakine ni kadwana labadade padakine de atalada sukita wirula udasasane Aroga sukita hota sahasabehi nyadibi.
We are now moving on to program number 2, which is Basic Buddhism, first by Victoria and Sarah, then by Grace and Brian, then by Smia and Alexander, then by Noel and Tiffany, then by Dizin, Joel Sue Al and Helen Al, then by Bia Bala and Chinky, and lastly by Susan and Lily.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Victoria, and my Buddhist name is Uju Bali, which means honest keeper. So today I will be talking about something with my dear Dhamma friend Sarah. So Sarah, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Sarah, and my Buddhist name is Sheikha Pali, which means Guild Guardian. So Victoria, what will we be talking about today?
Today we will be talking about the meaning of Ogata. So Sarah, can you please start?
What does Ogata mean? The Burmese word Ogata, originally derived from the Pali term Ogasat, is employed to express sentiments of excuse, apology, or a request for forgiveness. It can be translated into English as excuse me, my apologies, I beg your pardon, or forgive me.
The Buddhists expressed a genuine and humble commitment to eliminating all wrongdoings in thought, speech, and action. They show reverence to the three noble jewels, the Buddha, the Dhamma teachings, and the Sangha, spiritual community.
Through this act of devotion, they seek liberation from various negative states and obstacles and aspire to attain the enlightened state of Nibbana through the path and fruition, Magga and Phala. So now we'll be asking questions. So Victoria, please ask the first question.
My first question is to Xing Lang, and it is, what is the Burmese word Olga derived from?
The Pali word Ogasa.
That is correct. Sarah, can you please ask your question?
My question is to Xing, and it is, how do Buddhists seek to attain Nibbana?
Through the path and fruition Magapala.
That is correct. So Victoria, please ask the next question.
My question is to Xing Lang, and it is, what does Olga mean?
It means, excuse me, my apologies, I beg your pardon, forgive me.
That is correct. Sarah, can you please ask the last question?
My last question is to Xing. So why do Buddhists use Ogata?
They use it to express humility, seek forgiveness, and reaffirm their commitment to eliminating wrongdoings.
That is correct, and that is all. Thank you for listening.
It is now Grace and Brian's turn.
Hello, Mingala Bhagavad class. My name is Grace, and my Buddhist name is Kema Bali, which means keeper of security in your mind and body. Today, my dear brother Brian will be joining me today, so Brian, please introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Brian, and my Buddhist name is Punya Bala, which means power of goodness, and I live in Toronto, Canada. So, Grace, what will we be talking about? We'll be talking about Bangala, so before we start, can everyone please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. So Brian, could you please start first? What is Mangala? The Pali word Mangala generally refers to anything considered auspicious, lucky, or a symbol of good fortune. Today, certain Westerners perceive items such as horseshoes, rabbit's feet, or four-leaf clovers as signs of luck, while some Eastern cultures believe that raising golden fish brings about auspiciousness. However, despite these superstitious beliefs, the Buddha outlined the 38 blessings as genuinely auspicious aspects of life. We can study these 38 blessings in Mangala Sutta, which we chant frequently in our Dhamma class. Burmese people greet each other by saying Mangalaba. In this context, Mangala means good morning or good evening, while the word ba is added as a mark of respect. That is all, so we'll be now asking questions. So, Tintin, what does the Pali word Mangala refer to?
Auspicious or lucky signs or a symbol of good fortune.
That's correct. So, Brian, please ask the next question. Amara, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horseshoes, rabbit's feet, and four-leaf clovers.
That's correct. Grace, please ask your last question. How, Tintin, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
That's correct. So, Brian, please ask the last question. Amara, how do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings?
They say Mangalaba, meaning good morning or good evening, with Ba added for respect.
That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Sumyope and Alexander's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Sumya Pei. My Buddhist name is Chita Bali, which means regarder of mind. Today I'll be joined by my dear Dhamma friend Alexander. So Alexander, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander. My Buddhist name is Ujubala, which means I have honesty. So, Sumya Pei, what will you be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about Uposatha. But before we begin, we'll be asking questions in the end, so please sit carefully. Alexander, please start.
The Pali word Uposatha, Upo in Burmese means observance or fasting. It refers to special days when Buddhists follow specific precepts, such as the 8 or 9 precepts to focus on spiritual practices like meditation and reflecting on their actions.
There are 4 Uposatha days in a lunar month: the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing. A full moon is where we can see all of the moon, and a new moon is where we can see none of it. The 8th waning is 8 days after the full moon.
The eighth waxing is 8 days after the new moon. You can find these days on a lunar calendar, but if you're not able to read it, ask your parents to read it for you.
Uposatha Day, which is Upone in Burmese, is a day where we practice Uposao, which means to follow the 8 or 9 precepts. We will now be asking questions, so my first question is to Valerie, and it is, what does the Pali word Uposatha mean?
The literal meaning is observance or fasting. Also, it means special days.
That is correct, thank you. So Alexandra, can you please ask your question?
My question is to Anya, and it is, how often does Uposatha occur? Well, the correct answer is 4 times a lunar month on the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing days. So, Sumit, please ask your last question.
My last question is to Valerie, and it is, what do we do on Uposatha days?
We meditate or reflect on the 8 or 9 precepts.
That is correct, thank you. So Alexandra, please ask your last question.
The last question is to Valerie, and it is, how can you find Uposatha days?
By checking a lunar calendar or asking someone who can read it.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now Noel and Tiffany's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Noel and my Buddhist name is Wanapalat, which means power of personality. Today I'll be joined by my Dhamma friend Tiffany, so could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Santa Pali, which means peacekeeper. So, Noah, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about what is Isa, envy. So Tiffany, could you please start?
Please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. What is Isa, envy? Envy is when we feel upset because someone else has something we want, like being smarter, richer, or better at something. Sometimes people say hurtful things because of jealousy.
Envy often happens when we do the same things. For example, a baker might feel jealous of another baker, but not a doctor. Even monks and teachers can feel envy. When we are jealous and say mean things, we only hurt ourselves. Wise people know that envy brings unhappiness.
A story about envy. A lion lived in a glowing green cave. Nearby, some hogs were upset and blamed the light for their problems. They tried to cover the cave with mud, but the cave only shone brighter. This story shows that when we try to bring others down because of
This story shows that when we try to bring others down because of envy, we don't hurt them. We only make their success stand out more. Instead of being jealous, we should be happy for others. So now we'll be asking questions. So Tiffany, could you please ask your first question?
My first question is to Chloe, and what is envy?
Envy is feeling upset because someone else has something we want.
Yes, that's correct.
My question to Miss Cindy is, who do we usually envy?
We envy people who do the same thing as us.
Yes, that is correct.
Chloe, what did the hogs try to do in the story?
They tried to cover the glowing cave with mud.
Yes, that's correct.
My last question is to Miss Cindy, and it is, what is the lesson of the story?
Envy hurts us more than others and makes their success shine even more.
Yes, that is correct, and that is all. Thank you for listening.
It is now Dzindro, Sue All, and Hema All's turn.
Hello, Migalaba Dhamma class. My name is Thazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a few Dhamma friends will be talking about something. So Suong, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Suang, and my Buddhist name is Jagapali, which means protector of the Dhamma. So Hannah Ang, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hein Leong, and my Buddhist name is Sukapala, which means power of happiness. So, Dazinja, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about how rebirth happens. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. So Hina Ang, could you please start first?
How rebirth happens. When a person dies, a new life starts right away, without any gap. This new life can be in any place, heaven, earth, or even a difficult place like hell.
Two wrong ideas about rebirth. The soul moves. Some believe the soul moves to a new body. This isn't true because there is no eternal soul, or everything disappears. Others think that everything about a person is gone forever, and a new life starts from scratch. This isn't true either because all our past actions shape our next life.
The right understanding. Rebirth happens because of three things: ignorance, not knowing the truth about life; desire, wanting to live again; and actions, our past good or bad deeds.
When someone dies, their thoughts and desires create a new life, like how a new candle flame comes from another. The new life is not the same, but also not completely different.
If we do good things, our next life will be happy. If we do bad things, it will be hard. Our actions today shape our future. Now that is all, so the Zinjal, please ask your first question.
My first question is to Ma Thing, which is, does the soul move to a new body?
No, there is no eternal soul.
That is correct. So Hina Ang, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Mei Lin, and it is everything about the person gone after death?
No, past actions shape the next life.
That is correct. So Su Ong, could you please ask the next question?
Martin, what causes rebirth?
Ignorance, desire, and actions.
That is correct. Now the Zinjal, please ask your last question.
My last question is to Mei Lin, which is, how do actions affect future lives?
Good deeds lead to happiness. Bad deeds lead to hardship.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Yavala. Is Biabala and Shinki's turn?
Hi, Dhamma class. My name is Kevin Hong, and my Buddha's name is Biabla, which means parallel. Today, I'll be sharing something to the Dhamma class with my dear friend Shinki. So, Shinki, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalawa. My name is Shinki. My Buddha's name is Eka Pala, which means the power of energy, and I live in Colorado. So, Pia Pala, what will we be talking about today?
Today, we'll be talking about Macharya.
Please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. So, I'll be going first. Macharya means not wanting others to have good things. It is different from being stingy. A stingy person does not want to give, but a person with Macharya does not want others to receive. There are 5 types of Macharya.
1. Awasa Macharya, not wanting to share houses, schools, or places. Some monks do not let others stay in their monastery. 2. Gula Macharya, feeling jealous when relatives or donors help others. This can lead to suffering in the next life.
3. Labha Macharya, not wanting others to gain wealth or success. This can lead to being born in a bad place. 4. Wana Macharya, feeling jealous of others' beauty or fame. This can cause one to be ugly in future lives. 5. Dhamma Macharya, not wanting to share knowledge with others. This can lead to being born unable to speak or learn.
Macharya brings suffering, while kindness and sharing brings happiness. So now we'll be asking questions. So Shinki, can you please ask the first question?
My first question is to Gina Bala. So Gina Bala, what is Macharya?
It is avarice, not wanting others to have good things different from stinginess.
That is correct. So Bia Bala, please ask your next question.
Gishing, how can Macharya affect future lives?
It can lead to suffering, bad rebirths, or lack of beauty, wealth, or knowledge.
That is correct. So, Shinki, can you please ask the last question?
My last question is to Jia Bala. So Jia Bala, how does Dhamma Macharya affect one's future life?
Dhamma Macharya, the refusal to share knowledge, can lead to being unborn, able to speak or learn.
That is correct. So thank you for watching and listening.
It is now Swizzen and Lillian's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Swayzen, and my Buddhist name is Wansap Ali, which means keeper of relatives. Joining me today is my dear sister Linlin. So, Linlin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alin, and my Buddhist name is Manobali, which means keeper of minds. So, Swazan, what are you going to be sharing today?
We are going to be talking about the Buddha Sasana era. So, Linlin, can you please start first?
The Buddha Sasana era started in the year the Buddha passed away. The calendar most people use today is based on the birth of Jesus Christ and is called AD, Anno Domini, which means Year of the Lord. The years before Jesus was born are called BC, before Christ.
The Buddha was born in 623 BC and lived for 80 years. To find the year he passed away, we subtract 80 from 623, which gives us 543 BC. This is when the Buddha Sasana era, or BE, began. To find the current year in the BE, we add 543 to the current AD year.
For example, 2025 AD plus 543 BC equals 2568. Therefore, the current year in the Buddha Sasana era is 2568. Since the Buddha passed away on the full moon day of May, the year increases by 1 after May, making it 2569. Many Theravada Buddhist countries, such as Thailand, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia, use this system today.
However, some modern scholars believe that the Buddha was actually born in 563 BC, which is 60 years later than the traditional belief. So now we'll be asking questions. So Linlin, can you please ask your question?
My question to Tenzin is, when did the Buddha Sasana era start? It started in 543 BC, the year the Buddha passed away. That is correct. So, Sweza, can you please ask your question?
My question to Alante is, what is the AD calendar based on?
It is based on the birth of Jesus Christ.
That is correct. So Linda, can you please ask your last question?
My last question to Tenzin is, how do you find the current year in the Buddha Sasana era? Add 543 to the current AD year. That is correct. So, Sweza, can you please ask your last question?
My last question is to Alante, and it is, do all scholars agree on the Buddha's birth year?
No, some scholars believe he was born in 563 BC.
That's correct. That is all. Thank you for listening.
We're now moving on to program number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Sumiyake.
Hello everyone, my name is Sumia Pei. My Buddhist name is Chita Bali, which means regarder of mind. So the people I'll be asking today are Thane, Martin, Amiet, Chloe, Snowy, Sandy, Yambon Tet, Benji, Gama Bali, Emma, Xingling, Amara, Nicole, June, Valerie, Brian, Alante, Kant, William, and Mason D. So first, Thane, what is the Burmese word Okata derived from?
The Pali word Ogasa.
That is correct, thank you. Martin, what does Okata mean?
Ogata means, excuse me, my apology, forgive me, and I beg your pardon.
That is correct, thank you. Amia, what does the Pali word Mangala refer to?
Auspicious or lucky signs were a symbol of good fortune.
That is correct, thank you. Chloe, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horseshoes, rabbit's feet, and four-leaf clovers.
That is correct, thank you. My fifth question is to Snowy, and it is, how many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 38 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
That is correct, thank you. My sixth question is to Sandy, and it is, what do we do on Ubosata days?
We meditate or reflect on the 8 or 9 precepts.
That is correct, thank you. My seventh question is to Nyambonte. What is envy?
Absent.
Okay, so my eighth question is to Benji. Who do we usually envy?
We envy people who do the same things as us.
That is correct, thank you. And then my ninth question is to Gama Bali. Does the soul move to a new body?
No, there is no eternal soul.
That is correct, thank you. And then Emma, is everything about a person gone after death?
No, past actions shape the next life.
That is correct, thank you. My 11th question is to Xingling. What causes rebirth?
Ignorance, desire, and actions.
That is correct, thank you. My 12th question is to Amara. How do actions affect future lives?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, how do actions affect future lives?
Good deeds lead to happiness, bad deeds lead to hardship.
That is correct, thank you. My 13th question is to Nicole. What is Majaria?
It is a virus not wanting others to have good things different from stinginess.
That is correct, thank you. My 14th question is to June. When did the Buddha Sasana era start?
It started in 543 BC, the year the Buddha passed away.
That is correct, thank you. Those are all my questions. Thank you everyone for watching or listening.
We're now moving on to program number 4, which is Answer the Questions by this Joel.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Sazancho, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be asking a few individuals, Mathane, Amara, Emma, Snowy, Imya, Nyambontant, Brian, Sandy, and Nicole a few questions. So everyone please be ready and prepared. Mathane, could you please list the 3 refuges?
Buddha Saranam Gacchami, Sangha Saranam Gacchami, Dhamma Saranam Gacchami, Sangha Saranam Gacchami.
That is correct. Thank you. Amara, please list the 5 precepts.
Number 1, Panatipada, Varamani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. 2, Adanadana, Ramani Sikhabadam Samadhyami. Kamesu Vichachara Ramani Sikhabadam Samadhyami. Number 4. Musawada Ramani Sikhabadam Samadhyami. 5. Sura Miraya Majapama Dattana Ramani Sikhabadam Samadhyami.
That is correct. Thank you. Emma, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Sabapapasa akaranam, not to do all or any evil. Kusalasa upasampada, to cultivate good. Sajita pariodapanam, to purify one's mind. Etam Purana Sasanam, this is the teaching of the Buddhas.
That is correct. Thank you. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabrama Tavinota Avera Hondu Avyapaza Hondu Aniga Hondu Suki Atanam Parihandu.
That is correct. Thank you. Inya, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nati mita ja awera hontu, abia baja hontu, aniga hontu, suki atana briharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Nyambon Tat, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Absent.
Hopai. Brian, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Awera hontu, abyafaja hontu, aniga hontu, suki atana pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Sandy, how many virtues of the Dhamma are there?
6.
Could you please list them all?
Number 1. Swakato. Number 2. Sanditiko. Number 3. Akaliko. Number 4. Ehipasiko. Number 5. Opaneyiko. Number 6. Pachadan Widitabo Winuhi.
That is correct. Thank you. And Nicole, how many virtues of the Buddha are there?
There is 9 virtues of the Buddha.
That is correct. Could you please list them all?
Number 1, Araham. Number 2, Sama Sambuddho. Number 3, Vijajarana Sampanno. Number 4, Sukhato. Number 5, Loka Vidu. Number 6, Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. Number 7, Sata Dewa Manusana. Number 8, Buddha. Number 9, Bhagwa.
That is correct. And that is all, and thank you for listening.
We're now at the end of the Dhamma class. Everyone, please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jikirti 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jikirti. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jikirti. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jikirti. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Bow one time. That is all. Thank you for coming.